Hi, welcome back to session 3. We hope that you had fun making donuts in session 2. Today they're going to learn about government jobs and taxes and how that's going to work within their own community. The first thing we're going to do again is make sure you have all the supplies that are needed. Ask them to take out their table tents again and put those on their desk or distribute them if you have them. You're also going to need the JAR community poster, the illustration key flashcards, their job cards. You're also going to need the business stickers and the JAR community. It's their payday today, so you're going to want to make sure you have the money to give them, and you're also going to be a tax collector, so you need the tax collector button. When you're going through today's session, the first thing that you're going to do is remind the students that they are part of the community and that they are going to be helping out in the community by paying taxes and doing personal jobs. Ask the students to think about different businesses in their community. They're more than likely going to think of movie theaters, bowling alleys, fun activities for them to do. Ask them what it would be like if those activities were not part of them. A good example is Chuck E. Cheese. Most students get really excited if they get to go to Chuck E. Cheese and have pizza and games. So if you ask them what happens if Chuck E. Cheese is not there, they'll likely have a much greater example for you than if you ask them what would happen if maybe Walmart wasn't there. You can describe how the community works by passing out their How Our Community Works worksheet. What they're going to do is you're going to give them a worksheet and a sticker packet. They're going to have 5 minutes to complete this task. They're going to match as many stickers to their Our Community poster as they can in 5 minutes. While they're doing this, you can walk around the room. They'll be doing this individually, so the room should be fairly quiet. But then they'll see how many they can get on, and you're going to want to tell them to emphasize to make sure they put the sticker on the correct spot as neatly as possible. Once the 5 minutes have come up, you're going to yell that it's time to stop, and they're going to count how many stickers they found. Go through your JAR community poster and show them where the remaining stickers were. Some students will have finished, and some students might only be about halfway done by the time the 5 minutes have been completed. Once you finish that task, it's going to be time for them to take a community job. You're going to pull out the JAR community job cards. Make sure you pull out the firefighter and the police officer before you hand out these cards. Those are 2 government jobs we're going to talk about later in this session. Also make sure that you have their money available. A great tip is to bundle these in $5 before you come to class. It'll take a long time if you have to pre-rip all of these while you're in the classroom, but make sure you hand out their job card first and then their money. Otherwise they'll be distracted by this. When you hand out their job card, they're going to read the back of it and see what they do with their education and where they work and how they can help their community. You can also give great ideas of things maybe you've done for your community and things that you're involved in to help them brainstorm as they're going through. Then you're going to have the students stop and ask them who has the donut card. There's going to be an incident that happened at the donut shop that someone came in and stole the donuts that they had made last night. So then you're going to try and find the police officer, which you will have that card. And you're going to notice that there's a blue lining around the outside of the card. Anyone with a blue lining, like this, outside of their card means they have a government job. You're going to use this opportunity to explain how a government worker is paid for someone else who has a non-government job. This is where your taxes and money will come into play. After you've gone through that, you're also going to say that there was a fire that broke out into the community kitchen of the Sweeto Donut shop. You'll also have the firefighter card because you ask the students who do they call if there's a fire that breaks out. They're all going to respond with the firefighter, and then you're going to talk about the different jobs they do and how our tax money helps pay to have firefighters and police officers in the community. Next, you're going to ask who has the hairstylist job card. So that student's going to raise their hand. Then you're going to ask how they're paid. A hairstylist is going to be paid per customer they have, whereas a police officer and a firefighter is not going to be paid per how many people in the community they help serve, per fire they're putting out, no matter what kind of task they're doing. They're paid one lump sum. That's going to be your difference in how a hairstylist is paid and a firefighter to determine how your tax money is used. The next thing you're going to do is pass out the $5 bills. You're going to give them each $5 and you're going to put on your tax collector button. They're going to be really excited to receive their JA money, but as soon as you pass it out, you're going to tell them that they have to each give you $2 to pay in taxes. They might be kind of bummed about this, but then you're going to explain again the reason why we pay taxes and how it helps our community. And if we didn't pay taxes, that we wouldn't have firefighters or police officers to help keep our community safe. So one great thing to do is have them raise their hand with $2 so you can go around and collect that. They're probably going to ask if they can have it back, or one student's going to refuse to pay you, which is a great example to go into what happens if you don't pay your taxes. And then you can determine how the student, what happens if we don't have those public services for someone to have. After you're done with that, that'll be the end of your session. Students will pay their $2 and you're going to allow them to keep the remaining $3. Ask them to put it in their desk or away wherever the teacher wants it so it's not a distraction for the rest of the day. Remind the students that you'll be back for session 4 and you're going to talk about voting and how you can secure what your community has. We hope that you enjoyed this session. Thanks!